as they run along the river here. The water just over to the left.
What Gordon has added this year to his arsenal of skills is patience. I've said this before, but you see, this race is a perfect example. He was mired down in 5th and 6th place throughout much of it. He made no mistakes. He came slowly up. Suddenly, he's battling for a position on the podium.
And even though he's not making mistakes, Sam, he's still charging hard. Robbie Gordon is definitely one of the best newcomers that we've seen in a long time. And he's with a good team, and we're on board with him right there in the Valvoline Cummins car. And it's a good camera shot that we have.
Paul Tracy is 1.5 seconds ahead of Emerson Fittipaldi. So in just those few laps since the green, Tracy's been able to pull away just a bit. This is the battle on the course for second between Fittipaldi and Gordon. Dale Fabi has been held up by Scott Goodyear and is trying to get around as he runs in 4th place and would like to get back in this fight.
You can certainly see a different groove that the different drivers take as you watch the cars go through those 2 sharp turns right in there.
In traffic again second gear. Watch how much he tends to use it. He'll go up to top gear here, which in this case will be 5th, because on road courses they must mount the reverse gear.
No driver likes to be under attack from a brash, young, hot driver behind. Emerson Fittipaldi knows that he needs to keep his distance ahead. He's fighting as hard right now as he possibly can to keep those several car lengths ahead of Gordon, because the minute he's only a car length or so ahead, then he has to worry about being passed. Right now he can drive his own race, Gordon drive his own race. But it is so much better to be the pursuer here. In Gordon's heart is the excitement of the chase. In Fittipaldi's is the fear of what's happening behind him.
Except that Emil's pulled away a little bit. He doesn't really have anybody. He doesn't have Robbie Gordon breathing right on him right now. He's definitely got a lot of room there for being a little bit more careful, Sam.
That is true. He's up to over a second ahead of Gordon right now. I think Emerson has been faster throughout the race, and we're seeing him able to pull away just a hair now.
But what is a fantastic run here is that of Paul Tracy, who has now pulled out 5 seconds ahead of Fittipaldi and has done that in 2 laps. Dale Fabi is finally around Scott Goodyear, and Michael Andretti will be the next to come up and try Goodyear in the order of the race itself.
Well, Tracy, of course, won 5 races last year and is winless so far this year. It would get him off to a terrific mid-season start here if he could win this. But as I said, I don't think it'll be overly popular.
So looking ahead to Dale Fabi, 4th would be Fabi's best finish since Long Beach in '93.
We talked about the Canadians, of course. Here's Scott Goodyear, a Canadian. Now a Canadian is in the lead. If you look south from Belle Isle, it's an anomaly of the relationship of Canada and the United States that you can actually see Canada to the south from this one place. And that's why there's so many fans over here from Canada. It's really close by.
These views from the aerial films helicopter, occasionally will take that run along the backside.
That's looking west there over toward the United States. Over to the right of this shot is east in Canada.
Yeah, Sam, I was going to ask you, you say Canada's to the south or to the east?
South and east from here.
It is.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
All right.
The idea of you two in a geography lesson is
it's frightening, isn't it?
I don't think we know where we're going. North from south.
Let's stay on racing. You can barely get through that.
Michael Andretti here in the target car, you see right in the center of the screen, has shown this season that even when things do not go his way, he soldiers on. He's had a really tough time with this car from time to time. I know he almost threw his helmet in frustration on Friday. I saw him. I was standing right next to him. He managed to pull it back just in time, keep control of himself.
Doesn't look like it's working too good right now, Sam. I can see it quivering quite a bit. That isn't like Michael.
Well, he runs in 5th place. He wants to get around that car, the 40 car, the Budweiser car, Scott Goodyear in front of him, so that he can get back in his fight with Dale Fabi. This is holding him up a little bit.
With Goodyear, this is not a battle for position. He's putting a lap on Goodyear.
Goodyear runs 11th right now. Bottom half of the top 10, Rahal in 6th. Villeneuve, he runs 7th, followed by Guzman in 8th. Brian Hurdick is 9th. That gamble didn't pay off. Alonso Jr. is 10th.
Decisively faster was Michael up through those very fast turns.
Here comes Michael. And here comes Rahal.
Well, Goodyear absolutely is letting them get by. He realizes that he's down. He's letting them get by, which is good sportsmanship and is what you should do if you're down a lap.
Yeah, but of course what happened there is Bobby Rahal was able to come up and get in direct contact with Michael Andretti. So this is now what would have been a battle between Michael and Teo for fourth has become a battle between Michael and Rahal for fifth.
And a battle between a Ford engine in Michael Andretti's car and a Honda engine in Bobby Rahal's car. This is the recently modified Honda that we talked about. Different ignition timing, different exhaust sound, more torque than it had last week at Milwaukee when it had a pretty good run. Development year for Honda. They are getting better with every race.
The target car is Michael Andretti. The Miller car, of course, Rahal. Jack Root, you have something for us?
And Rahal will have a tough time getting around Michael. He may be able to get it done, but Michael will definitely make him work for it. Nobody tries harder than Michael does.
True, but there is traffic ahead. Michael's under a lot of pressure at this point.
Let's try Jack Root again.
Hello, Paul. There we go. Mic was closed. That's the problem with me if I can't talk when you don't hear me. I wanted to update you on the situation with A.J. Foyt and Brian Herta's car. The gamble didn't pay off for one major reason. During that last long caution period, full course yellow, Brian made a typical rookie mistake. He was unable to close up quick enough and found himself mired back in 11th spot. A.J., figuring that discretion was the better part of valor, brought him in for a splash and go just before they went back to green flag racing.
So A.J. Foyt still playing a strategy there as we continue to watch this battle for fifth place. Bobby Rahal and Michael Andretti. At the front of the field, it is still Paul Tracy, with now Nigel Mansell well down in the order, back into the pits once again. We'll be back.
This is a Goodyear Aquatread with a 60,000-mile warranty, and this is a bucket of water. At highway speeds, Goodyear Aquatread pumps away over a gallon of water every second, thanks to its deep groove aqua channel. Over a gallon a second, that's 396 gallons per mile. Think about it, the next time it's pouring buckets. The all-season Aquatread, only from Goodyear. We say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
See that little black square on your Buick Park Avenue's key? It's worth a lot of money because it can save you a substantial amount on auto insurance. It's an electronic device that activates your ignition. You can drive your car, but a would-be thief cannot. You won't find this feature on Mercedes or Lexus. You will find it on Park Avenue from Buick.